Hey guys, I'm back with another video. Um, I kind of like I sound awful. Um, Please ignore it. I always say this, but like today, So today I'm doing another story time. Uh, because I have a lot on my mind. Okay. Um, I've been dealing with stuff, and I've had exams, so uh, you know, so I've put on the lamp. I've made it all cozy, kind of. I've got all my mascots here, and we are just gonna get into this. I'm just gonna start with the fact that I've been doing exams. They've kind of killed me by the end of the week. Um, so yeah, that's why I sound the way that I do, and I'm so tired. So yeah, there's that, and also my dog had puppies. She had puppies. So this is gonna be a story time because I had to like help her and I had to uh look after them as well. So there was a lot of complications and stuff. If you've been following me on like Instagram and stuff, you would know because I told the whole story there. Um so yeah, this will be in a lot more detail and uh adding on to that, uh this is gonna get kind of like gory and stuff. So if you don't like that stuff, there won't be any other warnings. Honestly, I'm too tired to go and like do loads of editing and stuff. I just need to get this like out, okay? And if you enjoy watching this, then that's cool, I guess. So for those who didn't know, I have a dog called Annie. She is a golden retriever. Uh, you will see I do have some videos of her, and mostly in my shorts. So if you go into there, you'll find them. Uh, and basically, I don't know what my mom's intention was, but she wanted my dog to have puppies. So obviously, uh, she, you know, got that done. Uh, and so the vet told us there was going to be at least four. So yeah. Now, on the fifth, she was like showing signs of like she was ready to have her puppies. So from then we kind of thought, okay, this is gonna happen any minute. Uh, so he didn't have any on the fifth. So fast forward to the sixth, and at about 6 a.m., she started running about the halls and stuff, and like panting and stuff. That's kind of signs that the dog is in labor. This is gonna get kind of strange because that's just how it works when dogs have puppies. So if you don't like it, that's just how it is, okay? um, so 6 in the morning. It's about like 6:30 or something. Um, and she has her first puppy, and I happened to not have an exam that day, so I was off. I didn't have to go in that day, luckily. And I don't know. I I'm stuttery because I'm tired, but whatever. So I was still in bed, and like I could hear what was going on downstairs, and because of exams and stuff, I was just so tired. So I had to miss the first one, and like I was, you know, my mom and my older brother were downstairs. Um, and eventually I think my sister was as well, but I don't know how long she was down there for. Um, but yeah, they were down there dealing with them. So they had the first puppy, and it was completely fine. It took a little while because it's her first, and that's just how that is. Um, so that one's name is Chuck, named by my youngest brother, because I have three brothers, and I have a sister. So my youngest brother named Chuck. He has a little orange collar. I will put photos in this, by the way, because I'm not gonna like make a video on it and not show them, okay? I can't show them right now because I'm at my dad's, so yeah, it's the only place I can actually film most of the time. And I'm not gonna film the puppies just yet because they're like 3 days old, so you know, I don't want to like bother them or make Annie defensive over them because, you know, they're just puppies. They're so cute though, you know. But as they grow up, you know, there's gonna be videos of them, so they'll come soon when they get a little bit bigger. And yeah, and also again, I don't know my mom's intentions behind this. We don't plan on keeping all the puppies because there's a lot of them, and that will be explained soon. So yeah, so she has the first one, and it's fine. Then there's the next puppy, which is the second one, and that one comes out. Oh, that one came out green. So if you don't already know, which we didn't at the time, none of my family knew. We had a green puppy that was born, and it's because of a pigment when the puppy is like still inside. This is kind of hard to explain. I'm not good at explaining things, but yeah. So it's completely normal. Well, it's not normal. It's like 1 in 10,000. So it's actually quite rare, but it's completely harmless because it's just pigment, and it'll eventually go away when he gets older. But he was green. So this puppy, he was named Bruno at first. He was named by me. And we did eventually change his name to the Grinch because he was green. I will explain that at some point. It's a long story. Okay, just hang in there. So yeah, we named him Bruno at first and gave him a black collar, and then eventually gave him a green collar. So in some of the photos you'll see that. So yeah, he's green, and it's so cute. Obviously, I missed that second one, and it's okay. I mean, I wasn't needed for them anyway, so they were fine. My mum dealt with that. I was honestly so tired. I'm still so tired. Anyway, so where was I going? There was a third one, and this one was fine as well. At that point, she was having them like every hour or so, or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember what time I got up, but I did eventually get up. It was too early for me, just way too early for me. But whatever, it's fine. It's worth it. But anyway, so the third one was born, and my second youngest brother named it Muffin, and he's the biggest puppy with a grey collar, and so yeah. So then the fourth puppy was born, and I think around this time was the time I got up. I can't remember honestly, it was just kind of a blur at that point because I was so tired. So the fourth one was born. She was also perfectly fine, and she was the runt, and my sister named her Leah after her friend, and she has a dark blue collar. And then the fifth one was born, which is named after my older brother, and she has the pink collar. I like the color Tiny T, so yeah. And the thing with her was that Annie, obviously, if you don't know, this is gonna be kind of gory, so turn away if you're not like okay with that. But basically, what dogs do is when puppies are born, they come out with a sack, and it's like it's all gory and stuff. Okay, like basically, sometimes you have to take the sack off them as well. That's just how it is. That's just how that works. And basically, what happened was Annie, normally the mother dog eats the sack and bites the cord, right? So basically she bit the cord too short on this puppy, so she wouldn't stop bleeding. And obviously, the vet, the one that we went to there, well, my mom and my sister, they took that puppy to the vet, which is like 5 minutes away, so that was quite lucky. So that one got all fixed up. It got stitches, and it was okay, and so that was fine. And while that one was away, she had another puppy. So when she had that puppy, while my mom and my sister were away with the other one, I kind of had to deal with it on my own, and it was fine, other than the fact that Annie started getting a little bit stressed out, and basically I had to actually like draw her attention to the puppy because she kind of ignored it. So obviously, that one was fine. So, well, as in like Annie actually looked after it when I drew her attention to it. The only problem was, this little puppy, she had a problem where the cord was, and I never actually found out what it was, but I believe it was a hernia or something. Basically, it's not normally a big issue, but she was a tiny puppy and this thing was huge on her. So basically, this puppy, well, eventually my mom got back. She checked the puppy and obviously phoned up the vets, and they took her back down, and obviously the vet kind of, because it's expensive to have that fixed, so the vet was going to put her down, and I will continue that part of the story later. So that was Betty. Betty has the white collar. It's kind of hard to remember because there's so many of them. So Betty was the 6th puppy, and yeah, so she was at the vet. While they were away, she had a 7th puppy. So you can see where this is going. There's a lot of puppies, and the thing is, at one point she started barking, and she like kept trying to jump out of her little box. Well, it wasn't a little box; it was a big box. You know, one of those huge box things that are kind of like, I think it's called a welcome box. I think it is. Anyway, she kept trying to jump out, and like she did eventually get out. And she escaped into my brother's room, and she wouldn't move. She was on his bed, and she wasn't supposed to be in there because there was like wires and stuff on the floor in there, and whatever. So I was trying to move her off the bed, and she just wouldn't budge at all. And you know, I was kind of stressing out because, you know, she's not supposed to be in there. She's supposed to be with the rest of the puppies, looking after them, and whatever. And I do eventually manage to get her onto the floor. But then another puppy just kind of like slides out. So, you know, and this one was the 7th, and he got named Bruno, because me and my mom, I desperately wanted one called Bruno, and so she wanted the green one to be called the Grinch. So, basically, we settled on, if there's another boy, we're calling that one Bruno, and we're gonna call the green one the Grinch. So, yeah, that's how that was. So that one got named Bruno, and he ended up with a black collar, and basically he was born on the floor, and obviously it wasn't the safest for him to be there, and Annie like refused to acknowledge this puppy completely. I kept trying to like make her see that there's a puppy on the floor for you, like, are you gonna look after it? And like she just didn't. So that was very stressful for both me and the dogs. So, um, basically, basically what happened was she didn't bite the cord or eat the sack or anything. So, this is even more gory, guys. Just look after yourselves, okay? So, basically what I had to do was pick up this puppy and all the stuff attached to it. So, I don't know, I kind of did it without thinking. Like, I don't know, I must have been in like shock or something, because I wasn't bothered by it at all. So, I just kind of picked up this puppy and like took it into the rest because obviously it wasn't safe in there. And yeah, basically, what happened is, I had to bring it in, and obviously I was like running back and forth from room to room to check if either of them were okay, because Annie wouldn't move from my brother's room. So, you know, it was kind of exhausting. I kept trying to get her to move off his bed because she kept climbing up there, which is bad, but you know. Maybe about a couple minutes later, like I was ringing and ringing my mom, by the way, and she just did not pick up at all. So, you know, I was dealing with this by myself. It was kind of stressful, but it was okay. It was okay. They're all safe. So, you know, my mom turns up a couple minutes later, and basically, Annie's going a bit crazy because she's stressed out. Like, so would I. I would be stressed out if I had 6 puppies or 7, you know. And we kind of realized, because she wasn't going near the living room, she would stay in the kitchen or near my brother's room. We kind of realized this little box is kind of a mess, so basically we kept Annie on a pillow in the kitchen for a while, and my mom went in and dealt with Bruno. She had to tie the cord and stuff herself, and so yeah, Bruno was okay. He was perfectly fine. I did have to untangle the thing from his legs and stuff. The tiny little feet. They're so small. Like, they're just so small. They're like, they fit in my hand. They're just so tiny. So yeah. Anyway, they come back and she deals with the puppy, and basically Annie stays in the kitchen and we clean out the box, and eventually Annie goes back to the box. So that's fine. And you know, I'm kind of lost. Let's go back a little bit here. Go back to when she was sitting in the kitchen. Obviously, my mom came back and told me that Betty had to get put down. So that was kind of sad, but I also kind of expected it because she had so many puppies, and like, it's kind of often that puppies, you know, don't survive when they're born. So I kind of expected that. So I was kind of okay, and basically, after my mom dealt with Bruno, we got a call about Betty, and I don't know how to word this. The vet said that instead of putting her down, that they would give her the surgery she needed, and they didn't charge us for any of it, and that kind of thing is expensive, so they put their own funds to that, which was so nice. So tiny Betty, she's alive, and she does need some special care. She needs like hand fed, and she needs a cream put on her. And actually, this morning, she was taken back to the vet, got her stitches out, and they said she's doing better. So that's good. We're gonna put cream on her 3 times a day, so she's doing okay right now. So little Betty, she's okay. Um, so basically, you know, my mom goes to get Betty again, and I just kind of sit in the kitchen watching Annie and the pups. Because she was sitting on a dog bed in the kitchen. It was a lot cleaner in there, which is probably why she stayed there. So, you know, um, pretty much my mom went to get Betty, and I sat and had breakfast with the dog, and I was like, please don't have another one while she's away, because I had already dealt with 2, and it was fine. She was fine, and my breakfast was very good. It was like a seasonal like thing. Anyway, whatever. So she comes back and she brings Betty home. We clean up her box and they all move back in there. Because Annie gets a little bit more comfortable. Keep in mind the house is a mess because the dog Annie, she was bleeding everywhere. You know, it was just all over the place. So, you know, and basically after that, we were just cleaning things up and whatever. And a couple hours later, she has one more puppy. So this last one, we were kind of all settled down now. So Annie looked after this puppy pretty quick. And you know, she kind of like, she was fine by then. She was a little bit restless, but it was okay. She's okay. And basically this little puppy, we didn't think it was alive at first because it wasn't breathing or anything. Well, I think it was breathing, but like very like shallow breaths, if you know what I mean. We didn't think that tiny puppy would survive. But after a couple seconds of my mom picking it up and like rubbing it a little bit, it kind of started squeaking, and it was alive. It was very weak, but it was alive, and it was probably because it was in there for so long. Because her labor was very long, because it was like from the previous day, you know, and it was like all morning she was having puppies. So by then it was about 4, so it was about 4:30 or 4:15. I think it was 4:15, because I remember like checking my mom's phone and being like, okay, this is 20, but this puppy was born about a couple minutes ago, so you know, 4:15. We have them all noted down. So this tiny puppy, we get my youngest brother in to name her, and he's 6, so you know, and he names her Pippin. We all had a little laugh. It's kind of cute though, and she has the yellow collar, and she's doing okay. She was a bit weak at first, but she was okay. And fast forward a couple days later, all the puppies are settled, and they're just kind of chilling now. They've learned how to, you know, do things, and yeah, we're gonna maybe see some future videos of them, because they're all so precious and so tiny. Like, they're just so adorable, you know? And yeah. The last thing I want to say in this video is I got an LPS yesterday. I'm not gonna add it into this video because it's kind of long. So I will be doing that tomorrow when there's some natural light, and it's very exciting. So stay tuned. I'm very happy about that. And yeah, it's been a long week. My birthday is next week as well. So you know, it's got stuff to look forward to. So that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you later.